rainy Saturday morning. Got nothing better to do than put this plane together, I guess. Put out the flames. Just kidding. That was fun anyway. I hope some of you had a fun time watching that. I am going to put some spars in here. I found a couple of broken spars from crashes. I always save some broken pieces and stuff. I think I'm going to be able to cut them in half and have just enough. I don't need a full length spar. I just need enough to get from maybe here to possibly, well, where are we at? Okay, figuring probably about an 8 to 10 inch spar ought to do it, and I think I might have a couple of pieces that'll do the job. And as far as the wings are concerned, I'm going to have to see what they look like when I put them in, if I'm going to be able to get a spar in there or not, or if they really need it. They are wedged in from the side. They're going to be glued in, so I don't think they're going to go anywhere. But we'll see as we go. All right, hold tight. Enjoy the build. Hey guys, Skip here again. Got this thing wrapped up. It's a pretty straightforward build. The only problems I had with it a little bit was getting some of the surfaces to fit flush. And the wings are very snug fit, and getting the wires through those little holes in there. I forgot to put one in through there, so I had to feed it in through after I'd gotten it glued together. So not a big deal. I just used a little, actually just used the forceps. Was able to just push it right in, and the way it's angled snakes it right through and right in. So they could have been a problem, but those things come in handy, I'll tell you. These things have saved me more than once. See, not too much really to talk about on this thing. The thing is pretty straightforward. The instruction manual is pretty useless. I know I didn't show anybody this thing, but it just basically shows how it goes, pictures in a few words, and how it goes together. Nothing about any throws or settings or even which ones to hook up and stuff here. So I went with the outside to outside. We'll see where it's at, and then I'll dial it down from there if I should need to. I don't know if these particular servos, some of the Duraflys have a limited range on them, and I'm not real sure about these. I did test them, and they looked like full range servos, so chances are I'm probably going to have to do something with that. But she's ready to go, so let's fire her up. Didn't glue this on completely yet. I've got it just kind of tacked in a few spots because I'm going to do a few extra add-ons in there. I kind of started on one in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Kind of a gun sight in there, kind of a techie looking thing, kind of. But it just looked kind of neat, so I stuck that in there. But I'm going to put a few more odds and ends in there, and then I think I've got an instrumentation panel that I want to put up in there. So we'll do a little bit of that, and then I put a little piece of Gorilla repair tape on the back here. And I did cut out a little tiny square around here because they already put the tape on these things. And I usually end up taking those off and just gluing them really good. And I'm also going to put in a couple of extra magnets on each side, one on each side here and here and here, so it locks in. Because it doesn't really, it's got a little magnetism to it, but not a whole heck of a lot. Not an expensive model, guys. I'm not going to go crazy on this one. I'm not going to do the lights. I don't even know if I'm going to do the not bombs, fuel tanks. I knew that. And roundels. I was corrected. Roundels. I call them decals because technically they're sold in decal kits, but they're roundels. I forget some of these things sometimes. In fact, you know, I've only been doing this a few years. So let's fire this thing up and get it going. I'll show you the thing real quick in the retracts. I did go with the Power Hobby. I've got an 1800 high voltage in here right now, 4S. It's just on the surface charge of the battery storage charge, so it's not going to go screaming right now. But it was enough to fire it up and make sure everything worked. Turn my radio on here and fire this up. And we've got controls. I've got a lot of throw with these things. So we'll be doing some dialing down on this stuff here, guys. But yeah, and reversing. Okay, I got to reverse this, and well, the ailerons are okay. So ailerons are okay, but the rudders are. That's got to be reversed. Let's see, rudder and rudder is reversed as well. So. And that little gear system, that little push-pull thing up there is not a bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. They actually did wire, and it's a pretty good tie job on it, and they actually got it fairly straight, so it doesn't look like I'll have to do much trimming. So let's fire it up real quick and check it out, see what it sounds like. See if I'm going to put the 12-blade fan on it or not yet. I think I'm probably going to because I did test it. Retracts real quick. Show you those. And I'll have to reverse that switch as well. But if you listen, at the very last second they kind of lock in. And then when they come out, they do the same thing. Listen. At the very last second, they kind of wedge in, so they're nice and tight. There's no real slop with these things, and they're kind of impressive. These are not shock absorbing. They're like machined aluminum sleeves that have fit over the wire, so it looks a lot beefier. But it actually free floats on there, and there's no suspension mechanism at all. They sure did look like it though. So anyway, kind of nice. Foam tires. You know, I think maybe that's something they might have done to keep it from screeching off the sides and stuff. But foam tires on this guy shouldn't be too bad. Again, be nicer with rudders, with a rudder, you know, kind of keep it a little bit straighter and stuff too, and play in the wind. But pretty cool. Probably going to put the 12-blade fan on this thing though, and Probably quiet it down some, sound a little bit more like a jet. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. It's raining, cats and dogs, windy, nasty, cold again. Yeah, so never know. We'll just take it when we can get it. All right, see you soon. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.